We're so happy to have you with us for more Explore Tulsa.
You know, Trish, I'm a huge movie fan, and I've probably watched movies in theaters all over town, but one of my favorite spots has to be the Circle Cinema.
Now's the perfect time to check in with them too, because they just opened their second cinema and have some neat events planned for the near future.
When we got at the facility in 2003, it had been closed for about a decade or maybe 12, 15 years, something like that. The part that we've been operating since 2004 wasn't actually part of the theater. It was retail space next door to it. So we had to sort of create a theater in that retail space. So that's where we're sitting now was part of that showroom for the retail establishment, but now it's part of our gallery and our lobby, and then we have the 100-seat theater that everybody's been coming to since 2004, and now we have a new theater. The newest theater that we opened has about 120 seats. They're really comfortable, kind of plush, rocking seats that people have really enjoyed getting to sit in. And we've gotten some great reviews from people. They love it in there. It's a different configuration than what we have in our first theater because it's wider but not as deep. So we are using digital projection in there, DCP, which is kind of the newest thing that's out there. 35 millimeter is unfortunately kind of on its way out, so everything's going digital. So we really wanted to kind of be on the cutting edge of that and be able to accommodate that, because that's what a lot of distributors are offering. They don't do prints as much as they used to. Well, we opened it just before Thanksgiving last year, 2012, and that was, we really pushed hard to get it open before the holiday season, because that's kind of a fun time when people are going to movies, and so we wanted to be open then. And a lot of new films open around the holiday season, so we were gearing up for being able to get those films. But we kicked off our capital campaign to do the renovation on that aspect of it in 2008. So it took us a while. The economy didn't cooperate very nicely. Donation, we were raising money to do it with through funders and donors and contributors, supporters. So it just took us a while to get to that point, and now we have the funding in place to finish out restoring the lobby and restoring the front facade to about the look of 1952. And then the final phase will be to do the big theater, which will be a 250-seat theater. Well, we primarily show independent films, documentaries, foreign language films as a general rule, but occasionally we'll book films that are a little more considered mainstream. A lot of big-time movie stars also go out and make independent films, or even direct or produce independent films themselves. So they have ties to that. We also work with young filmmakers that maybe don't have an opportunity. Maybe they're not in distribution yet, but they want an opportunity for people to be able to see their films. And if we can, work in some screenings for them so they can get people here, get feedback on their films, and we hear from them very frequently. Occasionally we'll have films that are also showing at another theater. Maybe the distributor booked it in 2 theaters in town, and we're one of them. So we hope that they would choose to see it at Circle Cinema because we're local. We're a small nonprofit. We're in a historic aspect of Tulsa. We're Tulsa's last remaining historic movie theater. So there's a real reason for people to come support what we do. Not only to come see good films, but also to support an organization that is doing good things in the community.